All right, the timer is running and I am going to see how long it takes me to get to 100 calories. All right, just warming up. So it is a casual bounce, but we're going to see what it takes. Typically, when I go on a walk and I'm walking my dog, I don't go very fast. It's a pretty casual pace because he likes that, like that's his time. And I give that to him because you know what? He doesn't ask for a lot. So if he wants to stop and sniff and be a scientist and investigate every smell that he comes across, that's his business. So I'm not looking to be a high traction walker and get a lot of progress, but I am looking to get a lot out of my rebounding sessions. And I want to know what it's going to take. So let's track. This is a good thing for you to test because the video I did on not watching the clock ties into this because it's really important that you don't set an arbitrary number that doesn't actually mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything how long you work out. It's more about the value of what you're getting from the workout. So we can equate calories counted, calories burned, as far as what our intake is for food. We know that the number of calories can matter. And are there, like, that's a really generalization, right? Because there are different levels of calories, but you get where I'm going. And we can track generalized activity as far as calorie burn. And then we can use that to kind of give ourselves a range for what we need to stay within to hit our target. Which brings me to, do you know what your target is? Not just your goal for how long you want to work out, but do you know what your target is for what you want to eat and what you want to drink? And then when things come up in the day, do you know where you have wiggle room? Do you know what you're going to say yes and no to based on your own preferences? It's really easy for me. I said I was hungry. I didn't feel like cooking. Like I said this out loud. And one of my children heard me. And he says, I can make you some peanut butter crackers, Mom. And total kindness of this child. Except I hate peanut butter. And I would rather not eat anything than eat, like peanut butter is not going in my stomach. It's not getting anywhere even near my mouth. I don't even like the smell of it. And so I said, thank you, but no thank you. And it's a really easy no for me because I just have a clear cut, no, I'm not going to eat that. I know I'm not going to eat that. And it can get that easy with you, with your plan, with what you're going to eat, how you're going to work out. Which brings me to motivation, because sometimes people comment and say, I'm having a hard time getting started, or I'm having a hard time keeping up and staying motivated. I'm doing air quotes. I'm motivated around working out. And it just comes back to, what is your commitment to what matters to you? I'm very strongly committed to not eating peanut butter. Like it's a total opposition to eating peanut butter. So there's no thought that goes into that. And there are other commitments in my life. I don't have to give it a second thought. I don't even have to ever get up the motivation to do those particular activities because I do have that level of commitment, that being consistent in it, it just happens. Even if I don't necessarily want to, like making dinner, I have to eat. I'm going to eat. I'm not somebody who skips meals. My blood sugar will just tank out on me. I will be miserable. And so I have to refuel. And I'm working out. And I tried to really reduce what I was eating while working out. And that only made my weight go up. And so I know that I need to have the proper amount of fuel. So now it's like, okay, I say yes to eating, even if I don't want to cook, if I don't want to have to think. Which brings me back to if I know what I'm wanting, and I know I have to eat 3 times a day, then I just need to plan ahead. because the hardest part is being hungry and going into the kitchen and staring into the refrigerator. And like most everyone else in my family who shows up to the refrigerator, they literally expect like the food to wave at them and escort itself out of the refrigerator and into their hands and make itself available. And I'm like, they go to the refrigerator and they're like, there's nothing to eat. Can you relate to this? And I'm like, it is there. You just have to cook it. It just has to be made. So then everybody turns to me, well, cook it. Make something. The pressures of being a mom, yes. But even for myself, I want to know that it's healthy. I picked up something at the store yesterday. They had one of those deli trays that somebody hadn't bought by a certain time. And so they put it on super clearance and sold it. It's a big old deli tray of pre-made little sandwich wraps. It was so cute. And I was like, wow, that's a great deal. Like I can't even buy the ingredients for the price that this whole tray already done is. However, I can't eat it because one, it had ham in it and I never eat pork. It had ham and turkey, but it had a cream, probably mayo on it. It had cheese, which I'm trying to reduce the amount of cheese for calories, and the tortilla that I'm sure was not the zero net carb tortilla that I've been buying. So it just was ingredients that I'm not going to put into my body. Like I immediately knew that if I buy this, this is for everyone else. And that made me happy because I didn't have to worry for that meal about everyone else. It was just done. But the sad part was in my brain, I was like, dinner's done, like check. But then I forgot about me. So last night when I go to get dinner, I was like, what am I going to eat? And I had to be there hungry and I didn't have anything left over. So I had to figure out what I was going to make for myself. Thankfully, I did have those zero net carb tortillas that are like, I don't know, 50 or 70 calories. Like they're pretty low. And they taste good. Turkey bacon, turkey deli meat that I had bought for myself, honey mustard. What else is in there? Sun-dried tomatoes with no oil. I have switched that just to save calories, and spinach. And I rolled all that up and made myself a wrap. And then toasted it, and it was good. And I was filling because that was all I had last night. And then I went to bed and I even slept in this morning, which is why I'm doing my workout and it's hotter than normal. All right, let's check. Oh, I'm really close. So I know now on the Apple Watch to count the top number, your active calories. And so I'm at 73 and it's 8 minutes. Can I do it by 10? Let's see. Add a little bit more. Still gentle bouncing. Just adding a little bit more arms and momentum into the push. Whew. Getting a good workout. Yes. Bigger arms. Gotta be getting close. We'll see. What are you tracking? So, knowing your goals, then you can know what you want to track and what matters to you as you're putting this in. And I'm super excited to put in this 100-calorie workout because I had made apple cake for my family and I did have a healthy slice for myself. Not that big. It's bigger than the whole cake, but anyhow, I had some for myself. I did change out the milk with water and just 1 tablespoon of butter. First of all, because we were out of water, but surely that's got to be lowering the calories a little bit too. There are some recipes that you could explore. Being that scientist, you could explore how to do substitutions or alternative items. And what I would do it one by one in a baking recipe because baking can be so sensitive. But testing it And it was interesting that making it with water, so that the replacement for the half a cup of milk was half a cup of water plus 1 tablespoon of butter. And I do use natural butter. I don't use margarine. And so I put that in there, and the cake tasted lighter. Like, lighter? To tell you how it tastes lighter, I don't know. I mean, you don't know the recipe right now, but it did. It had a lighter taste to it. All right. We're getting close now, yes? Can you feel it? Okay, let me check. Oh, 96 and 1048. 4 more calories. 4 more calories. Let's go for it. I'm sweaty because it's so humid out. I don't know if you can tell, the clouds are rolling in. We're supposed to get thunderstorms here in a couple hours, which we need the rain, and hopefully it cools things off. Okay, is that 4? Oh, 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Okay, let's check. I did it. 101 active calories, 132 total calories. And my heart rate's within range. All right, we did it. Yay. Thanks for bouncing. Happy bouncing, friend. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.